Bolanle Ogunnaike is an interior architect and designer by profession with a great passion for community development and culture preservation. She is particular about connecting the younger generation to their Nigerian heritage by reading fun and relatable stories and activity books through a modern and creative lens, which she believes is the true representation of today's Nigeria. Bolanle is the author of the Yoruba children's book titled Tanimoje. Please welcome Bolanle Ogunnaike as she takes us on this children's workshop titled Who Am I?
Hello everyone, my name is Bolanle and I'm the author of the Yoruba children's book titled Tanimoje. Tanimoje in English means Who Am I? And I'll be talking to you about the concept of identity. Now when you ask yourself, who am I? What comes to your mind? Who do you think you are? Who do you believe you are? What are the qualities that make you who you are? And that's what we'll be discussing today. Now let's define a word that can help us really understand what the I in this context means. And that is identity. Your identity, and let's explain that. The dictionary defines identity as the beliefs, personality, and the qualities that make up a person. So your identity shapes you into what you become in future, what you believe and know to be true about yourself, what drives your attitude, what makes you behave the way you behave. Now, when you know who you are, this gives you lots of confidence. Why? Because you're not easily shaken. When you know who you are, you'll be confident. And people can't just come and bully you around. They can't just tell you to do what you don't want to do. And then you can also excel in school. Now, there are different things that can make that make up an identity. For example, there are some identities that are very obvious. For example, are you a girl? Are you a boy? Are you tall? Are you short? Are you light? Are you dark? Are you plump or are you slim? So these are immediate signs of identity that people can use to single you out. That okay, that girl or that boy, or the tall girl or the short girl. So these are forms of identity. But we'll go a bit deeper to explain other forms of identity, which we'll be discussing in terms of why the book is written in Yoruba and subtitled in English. So I'm writing my book in Yoruba because I'm of African descent, a Nigerian, and the Yoruba to be precise. And I love my culture and I'm proud of my heritage. And so I want the next generation to be able to enjoy the language in a fun and creative way. And so I wrote this book to share with my child and all the children of the world. So I'll be reading a bit of the story. Tanimoje, the summary of Tanimoje is about a little boy, our main character Shasha. Shasha is also of African descent and he's a Yoruba boy to be precise. And he discovers or explores who he is as he goes about his daily activities. He realizes that the things he does on a daily basis actually make up who he is. So he wakes up in the morning and just thinks to himself, who am I? He's looking in through the mirror and he's wondering to himself, who am I? He's thinking, am I sporty? Do I like fun activities? Do I enjoy playing in the park or do I just enjoy cycling? So these sort of things that you do on a daily basis makes up who you are. For example, if you enjoy cycling, does that mean that you're sporty? Does that mean that you're going to become a cyclist in future? Who knows? If you enjoy football, if you enjoy painting, if you enjoy singing, does that define who you are, or is that just a part of who you are? So these things are more specific. On his way to school, he cycles to school. So that shows, actually, he was thinking about cycling. Now he's cycling to school. Other kids go into school in various other ways, like taking the bus or walking to school, but he chooses to cycle. And this shows that, okay, he's happy, he's confident cycling to school, he's happy doing it. And he's also a very courteous person because he's saying hello to his friend on the school, just about to get off the school bus. So that shows that our main character is also a courteous person. On the next page, you see him taking instructions from his teacher, and that shows he's a good listener. He listens to instructions and he pays attention. So we see that the daily things that children do, or people generally, make up who they are, and you shouldn't take these things for granted. So I'll read an excerpt from the book for better understanding. I'll read in Yoruba first and then the English translation. At the classroom, he's taking instructions from his teacher. Mo ní ìtẹríba, mo sì máa ń tẹ́tí sí ìtọ́nisọ́nà. Mo ní ìmọ̀ àti òye. Mo máa ń kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ tuntun ní ojoojúmọ́. And in English, this reads, I am respectful and I listen to instructions. I am intelligent. I learn new things every day. And I guess it's the same with you guys as well. You go to school every day, you learn new things, you listen to instructions from different teachers, even classmates as well, who, for example, are given instructions to be passed to everyone in the class. And all these things make you who you are. If you pay attention to the instructions you're given, it follows you through to adulthood. Why? Because packages you buy today and telephones that you buy today, gadgets you buy today, they all have instructions, and it's from a young age that you learn to pay attention to instructions and follow through. So it's very, very important to learn and acquire all these skills, these good habits, so that you can become a better person. I also want to encourage you to learn how to speak your mother tongue, be it Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Ijo, Edo, Fulani, whatever you are. I encourage you to learn how to speak your mother tongue. Now, research has shown that people that can speak their mother tongue or more than one language are exposed to a broader way of thinking and a broader approach to even problem solving. And speaking your mother tongue makes it easier for you to pick up other languages. You don't find it difficult or challenging to try and learn more than one or two languages other than your mother tongue. Once you know how to speak English and, for example, in my case, Yoruba, no matter how tough it might seem, your mind is open, because you're like, if I can conquer two languages, one extra is not a big deal. And it also gives you an opportunity to be more international. in the sense that the world is a global village, and you can't just say because you have English, that's it. You might just be the defining factor that bridges a gap between two nations one day. Or you're at the airport and somebody just needs something or can't speak another language, but you are the bridge. It opens opportunities. Basically, those are very, very simple examples, but it does happen. So thank you so much for listening. I really hope that these words have encouraged you to embrace who you are and know that you are who you are because you are special and you can achieve anything you choose to if only you put your mind to it. Why? Because you can. I would just like to conclude by saying that you should embrace who you are and always think about these three words. Who am I? You can be whoever and whatever you choose to be if only you put your mind to it. You are whatever you do on a daily basis. Do you wake up early in the morning every day? You're an early bird. Are you always punctual to school? You're punctual. Do you clean your room all the time? You're tidy. Do you do your homework on time and submit it when you have to, when you're expected to? Are you a prefect? That means you're a leader. Are you obedient? Do you listen to instructions? Are you a culture person? Can you speak your mother tongue? So all these things that you do on a daily basis becomes who you are. Your habit becomes who you are. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed recording it.